Have you ever looked up at the sky, seen a massive airplane soaring overhead, and just wondered, how on earth do they put that thing together? It's not like building a Lego set, that's for sure. Today, we're going to peel back the layers of a modern aircraft factory and discover the incredible process of how these giants of the sky are born. From a simple sheet of metal to a flying marvel, get ready for a journey into the heart of aviation engineering. The story of an airplane begins long before the first rivet is placed. It starts with design and planning. Teams of engineers spend years, sometimes decades, designing, simulating, and testing every single component on computers. They're figuring out the aerodynamics, the structural integrity, the fuel efficiency, everything. It's a massive digital puzzle where every piece has to be perfect. Once the design is locked in, the next phase is sourcing the materials. We're talking millions of parts, from specialized aluminum alloys and lightweight carbon fiber composites to countless nuts, bolts, and miles of wiring. These components come from suppliers all over the world, creating a global supply chain that is a logistical masterpiece in itself. Now for the really cool part, the assembly line. Unlike a car factory where the line moves continuously, an airplane is built in a series of fixed positions or stations. The first major components to come together are the fuselage sections. Imagine massive, hollow cylinders being joined together with incredible precision. These sections are built in different parts of the factory, or even in different countries, and then transported to the final assembly line. Robots and automated machines do a lot of the heavy lifting and repetitive tasks, like drilling thousands upon thousands of holes, but skilled technicians are essential for fitting everything together. They work inside and outside the fuselage, connecting the structural frames and installing the floor beams that will one day support passengers and cargo. Once the main body, or fuselage, starts to take shape, it's time for the wings. The wings are arguably the most critical and complex part of an airplane. They aren't just solid structures, they're hollow and house the fuel tanks, as well as the intricate systems for the flaps and ailerons that control the plane's movement. Attaching the wings to the fuselage is a milestone moment known as the wing-to-body join. This is a painstaking process that requires laser-guided alignment to ensure the angle and fit are absolutely perfect, down to a fraction of a millimeter. Any error here could have serious consequences for the plane's flight characteristics. It's a tense and exciting day on the assembly line when the wings are finally attached and the structure truly starts to look like an airplane. With the main structure assembled, the aircraft looks like a giant empty shell. Now begins the monumental task of filling it up. This is where the plane gets its nervous system and circulatory system. Teams of electricians and mechanics swarm the aircraft, meticulously routing miles and miles of electrical wiring. We're talking over 300 miles of wires in a modern jumbo jet. These wires will power everything from the cockpit instruments to the in-flight entertainment screens. Simultaneously, hydraulic and pneumatic tubing is installed. These are the muscles of the aircraft, powering the landing gear, flight controls, and brakes. It's a three-dimensional puzzle of incredible complexity, all neatly organized into color-coded bundles and harnesses. Next up, we move inside the cabin. While the technical systems are being installed, another team is working on the interior. This is where the plane transforms from an industrial shell into a space for people. They install insulation for noise and temperature control, followed by the side panels, overhead bins, and galleys where the food is prepared. The seats are some of the last major components to be installed, carefully bolted to tracks on the floor. At the front of the plane, the cockpit is being fitted out with its array of screens, controls, and computers. This glass cockpit is the brain of the operation, and every switch and display is rigorously tested as it's installed. By now, the plane is almost complete, but it's still missing two very important things: the engines and the tail. The engines, each a masterpiece of engineering in their own right, are carefully hoisted and mounted onto the pylons under the wings. This is another high-precision job. The vertical and horizontal stabilizers, which make up the tail, are also attached. These components are crucial for the stability and control of the aircraft during flight. With the engines and tail in place, the plane is structurally complete. It's rolled off the main assembly line and into a new hangar, but it's not ready to fly just yet. Before it can even think about leaving the ground, the aircraft undergoes an exhaustive series of ground tests. This is where every single system is powered up and checked, rechecked, and checked again. Engineers test the flight controls, extend and retract the landing gear, test the fuel systems by filling the wings with fuel and checking for leaks, and run the engines at various power levels. They simulate all kinds of flight conditions to make sure everything works exactly as it should. The pressure inside the cabin is also tested to ensure it can be safely maintained at high altitudes. This testing phase can take weeks, and only when every single check is passed does the plane get cleared for the next stage. And now, for the moment of truth, the first flight. This isn't just a quick trip around the block. A team of highly experienced test pilots takes the brand new aircraft up into the sky for its maiden voyage. During this flight, which can last several hours, they push the plane through a specific set of maneuvers. They test its performance at different speeds and altitudes, check the handling characteristics, and ensure all systems are functioning perfectly in the air. The data from this flight is monitored in real time by a team of engineers on the ground. Several more test flights will follow to validate every aspect of the plane's performance and safety. After passing all its flight tests with flying colors, the airplane gets its final touches. It's flown to a specialized paint hangar, a building the size of a football field. Here, the bare metal aircraft is carefully prepped and painted in the airline's livery. This isn't just for looks. The paint adds a protective layer against corrosion and the elements. The painting process itself is highly advanced, using robotic sprayers to apply thin, even coats to save weight. A full paint job on a large aircraft can use hundreds of gallons of paint. Once the paint is dry and inspected, the aircraft is truly finished. It receives its official airworthiness certificate, and after a final acceptance flight with the airline's own pilots, it's ready to be delivered and begin its service life, carrying passengers safely across the globe. So the next time you're at an airport or see a plane flying high above, take a moment to appreciate the incredible journey it took to get there. It's a symphony of design, logistics, and skilled craftsmanship, involving thousands of people and millions of parts, all coming together to create one of the most amazing machines ever built by humankind. It's a testament to what we can achieve when we combine precision, passion, and teamwork. Thanks so much for watching and joining me on this deep dive into aircraft assembly. If you found this as fascinating as I do, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next video.